Believe we are live.
You're live.
We are alive.
Hello. Hello, my darlings. Welcome to our very special Vampire the Masquerade one-shot for Jasper's game day. Tonight's one-shot is entitled Being Henrietta Crabtree. And so now to start, first let's meet our vampires. Katie.
Hello, I am Goblin Katie, aka Katie Downey, and I will be playing Ava Honig.
Brandon.
Hi, everybody. I am the DMB, also known as Brandon Boren, and tonight I'm playing Styx.
Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle C. Light. The C stands for Crystal, and I'm playing Lenny, La Sombra.
Darth.
Hi, I'm Darth, better known as Jeremy to most people, but I am playing Evan the Ravnos.
Andrew.
Hello, my name is Andrew Strother, aka Roll Persuasion, and I'm playing Silas Miller the Ventru.
And last but certainly not least.
My name is Carl Nelson, and I'm playing Nico Santospirito, the Bruja.
Wonderful. And I am your storyteller, Ellie Collins. Tonight is going to be a fun and hopefully pretty intense game, depending on your donations. As a warning, Vampire the Masquerade does take place in a world of darkness. So we will be dealing tonight with some pretty rough themes like death and loss and maybe more. So please take care of yourselves if it becomes too much for you. So we have special donation tiers for this game. This is, if you donate the following amounts, you can help affect the outcome of the game. And these rewards are, if you donate $10, you can add an additional dice to any player on their next roll. Make sure to indicate that which player you want to have it. At $15, you can subtract a dice from any player on their next roll. At $20, they get a full dice reroll to use whenever they wish. At $25, I will be adding additional perils to tonight's journey. At $100, you can increase any player's hunger by 1. This includes inciting a frenzy.
Don't you dare, Dustin.
Donate all the hungers to me so I can frenzy.
And at $200, you can grant any of these players a premonition about what I am putting them through tonight. So don't forget to make sure to add a note for who you want to give it to. And I'll be keeping track of them as well. And I believe we do. Yes, we currently have the link to donate in the chat right now. I believe it is this direction. So make sure to donate and let's do some good while being a little bad. Let's tell a vampire story. So the story tonight properly begins about 2 weeks ago. And a horrible accident. One unintended and yet still deadly as an accident can be. News went through the local Camarilla faction pretty quickly that the Tremere Emerson Crabtree, husband to the Malkavian elder Henrietta Crabtree, had been executed for treason by the Camarilla. But the rumor is that it was a horrible misunderstanding and just an accident, and that Emerson himself was indeed innocent. That doesn't matter though now, does it? Emerson Crabtree is a pile of ash, and all that remains are whispers and rumors and a grieving widow. They had just recently celebrated their 114th wedding anniversary a couple months prior, and now Henrietta continues her nights alone. Her only company these days, her longtime friend Sasha. For our coterie this evening, you have awoken from your slumber. And first, let's start with a rouse check. If you will all please roll me 1 hunger die.
I'm good.
Passed.
Pass?
Pass.
Everyone good?
Did not pass.
Did not
Oh.
pass.
Okay, so Nico and Ava, you start with 2 hunger tonight. So as you awaken, you're in a dark room on a tile floor. The tiles beneath you are a stunning porcelain pattern, cracked in various places, the sharp centers of the broken pieces poking at you uncomfortably. And as you wake up, you see some familiar faces around the room. And as you come to, if you could please describe yourselves for everyone.
What order?
Evan is a. Yeah, do you have a specific order, or I'll just start? I don't
Go
mind.
ahead, Evan.
So Evan is kind of an average height male with raven black hair kind of down to his shoulders. He has kind of a caramel skin. You can tell he's not from the States. He's actually probably Castilian Spanish. He normally dresses in really nice silk clothing, but tonight he's kind of in just kind of some club gear.
Okay. Silas, why don't you go next?
Silas is roughly 6'1", 6'2". His most distinguishing feature you immediately know is his bald head, completely clean shaven, absence of eyebrows as well, which is somewhat unsettling. Eyes are bluish green. He has the build of someone who perhaps was an athlete in college and still runs occasionally, but is by no means a model. The sharpest thing you notice about him is, in fact, his dress. He wears a finely tailored suit of blue with pinstripes. You can tell by the shine of his shoes that he is always prepared for meeting with powerful and important people. He immediately, upon sitting up, dusts himself off. You get the sense that it's a practice of hundreds of years, perhaps, preparing himself for the night.
All right, Nico.
Yeah, Nico is about 6 foot and dark hair, sort of tipped over to the side. He's got vest, white shirt, always open, nice slacks. Looks pretty sort of rugged, has sort of probably been maybe a rugby player or something of that sort, probably still hits the gym. And, most of the time just has this sort of coy smile, relatively quite sort of charming, attractive figure, even if he does look like he spent the entire night out.
Wonderful. And Ava?
Ava is a very petite and lithe brunette with bright blue eyes. Right now she's wearing these, it's a onesie pajama with little wings under the arms and a little squirrel tail on it. And when she pulls the hood up, it has a little animal face on it. It is, in fact, a flying squirrel onesie. Typically, she's known to wear brightly colored harem pants and tank tops, even to work, where she'll just throw on her white jacket. She is a medical examiner for the city of Atlanta.
And a wonderful Malkavian at that.
And a wonderful Malkavian. Yes, I forgot that bit. I figured it was sort of given away with the flying squirrel onesie.
And Styx, what about you?
Yeah, so Styx is kind of hard to tell what his build is because he's always hunched over and hidden beneath his cloak and his hood. His skin on his face is gaunt and pale and looks as though it's partially tearing. He's completely bald, and all around his eyes look as though it's been rubbed raw, and they're a slightly pinkish hue. But his body, including his arms, legs, just about everything except for his bare feet, are covered by his cloak almost at all times. And he kind of looks like a street urchin, but for those that know him, they know that he means well.
And last but not least, Lenny.
So I had to check the rules to see if Oblivion Sight was free to use. It is without rousing because she woke up in a dark place that's not her bed.
Correct.
And Lenny fell asleep in her work attire, which is what you see is what you get. It is a mesh cropped shirt with a black sports bra overlaid with a top with various chains and adornments around her. Her makeup is smudged. Her hair is a mess. She's got striking eyes that have been covered in oblivion to try to see better in this dark, unknown place. And she is bags under her eyes as if she hasn't slept well in a long time. And she's got a pair of black skinny jeans on, pair of black combat boots that have been worn out so much that the leather's starting to almost make a hole in the toes of the boot.
Oh, wonderful. So, as you guys have woken up and you have now noticed each other in this room.
You guys weren't at the rave with me. What? And this is no my haven. What are we? Where are we?
So which one of you is responsible for this?
Don't look at me.
Not it.
Not my fault this time.
Nose.
I don't think putting your finger on your nose is enough to exonerate you of this right now.
Oh.
I mean, I like to play practical jokes, but this is not my idea of a practical joke.
I love
Like
a good
all of you.
joke.
Enough.
No,
Everyone.
not again,
Something is
Ava.
wrong. This is no joke. You need to get yourselves together. There's some reason that we are here, and I believe it is a fault of one of yours, but enough of this dilly-dallying. I need answers from any of you. And he's pointing frantically at the people around him.
Silas, it's
Silas, who
okay.
did you piss off?
Trelto is playing. It's fine.
Silas, you clearly pissed somebody off, and they're like taking it out on us. Because Venture tend to do that.
I mean,
it is true.
I'm willing.
Not wrong.
I'm willing to.
In the
Resent that
arguing,
accusation.
as you look around the room, you see that this is a foyer of a manor, run down, decrepit, but decorated in the finest furniture, a glorious chandelier. This was probably quite the estate in its time. And at the opposite side of the foyer is a very long hallway with multiple doors. There's a dull sound coming from the hallway, indiscernible, but noisy and persistent.
Well,
Should we
maybe we
explore?
should go that way.
I think we should explore. Let's go explore.
So while I like practical jokes, I've seen enough horror movies to know that this turns out bad for all of you.
All of you, yes.
No, all of you.
I think.
Oh
they're
no,
using
I'm the virgin. I'll
plural.
survive.
Or the first one to go.
Oh,
Nobody
dear.
believes that, Ava.
And so the noises in the hallways are starting to get louder.
Sticks, is that you over there? I can't see through that thing you always wear. Is that you?
Yeah, of course it is, Mr. Miller.
Go check on that noise and tell us what's happening.
Well, I suppose that's what I'm here for then. And so Styx will then kind of let his cape out a little bit, and you can see that he's wearing very loose fit clothing with tatters and holes all throughout them. And another noise starts to be heard in the room, a different noise, a buzzing sound that y'all have all come to grow familiar with, as he whispers to himself, "Yes, pretties, now please, I just need you to scurry on down the hallway and check in the rooms and come back to me. You don't need to, no, you may not eat. No, eating is for later. Okay, just go. And I would like to use feral whispers on my famulus to send them out and scout the hallway and the doorways.
Okay, so I will need 1 rouse check per animal that you are sending out.
So because I have the living hive power.
And living hive, so I'll just need 1
Yeah.
rouse check.
Yeah. Well, and it does say that feral whispers for my famulus is free.
Oh, yep, that is correct. Thank you. So manipulation plus animalism.
So Eva, you're sure this is not your fault?
That is 2 successes, storyteller.
2
a good
successes.
question.
Wonderful. So your Familius goes running down the hallway, and let me make a roll for them real quick. Within moments, they come running back to you immediately.
And for sake of visuals, the depending on the lighting in the room, it's easy to see or not. The Famulus is a swarm of rather large bees that might be mistaken for wasps if you didn't know what insects look like. And I will hold my arms out as they rush back, and they kind of filter back in through the clothing and disappear underneath it. And yes, what is it? What has scared you so much? Using feral whispers on them.
They're not saying anything. They are purely terrified.
What'd they say? What'd they say?
Well, this is a first for me. They are scared. Those bees that devour the flesh of the dead. It's strange what might terrify them.
Told you it was a horror movie.
Nico will just sort of like huff heavily and begin to sort of walk in that direction towards the hall to sort of look.
Okay.
Scream what's
It was
hurting you
going
so we know.
Nico, if you could please give me wits plus awareness.
Ava would like to literally grab the back of Nico's, if he's got a belt on, I don't remember.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
the back of, okay, she's going to grab his belt and walk behind him.
Okay, wits and awareness for you as well. Make sure to substitute in 2 dice of your hunger dice.
Okay, okay.
That is 3 successes.
Wonderful.
Sorry. And awareness. 3 successes.
Fantastic. 3 successes for you both. So as you get closer down the hallway, the voices start to become a bit clearer, muffled, though very intense, screaming, "What did you do? Don't lie! Stop hiding!" And there is banging against multiple doors, and you realize this hallway contains about 22 doors. And the doors that are being banged on are beginning to bow out from the door facing. And the screaming is getting louder and more persistent. "What did you do? What did you do?"
I don't know.
What is this?
I am relatively certain this was not me. Hello?
And the screams get louder, and now from the banging from behind the doors, there's now clawing and pushing harder against the doors.
Ava's going to go to the one at the end of the hall.
Okay.
Is it closed?
They are all closed.
Okay. Is there banging and bowing on that door?
No.
She's going to open the door.
As you open the door, expecting to see whatever's been behind any of these doors, if anything, there's a brick wall.
Oh, interesting.
Entirely made of brick.
We have to break through it. It's a mind. Don't you see? It's a mind.
The other doors.
And she puts her both palms on the brick and just starts drumming her fingers on it. It's okay. We'll be there soon. We're coming. We have to go through the mind. We have to go through each door. We have to figure out what is going on here.
So
And it makes sense. It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Perfect
nothing,
sense.
Yes.
nothing makes sense.
Nico, what were you doing?
Nico was sort of following behind, just sort of like going to use his dot and aspects to heighten sense to see if he can hear more other than the scratching behind the doors.
So it's still the scratching and the banging, and with your heightened senses, the screams are near insufferably loud. All differing voices, maybe familiar, maybe not. There's too many to tell.
So
Sort of
Silas,
walk.
you think they're dead yet?
Oh, sorry.
I was saying, so Silas, you think you're dead yet?
Dead for a long time, but I'm about ready to be out of this. And I've kind of been looking out in the hallway. I've kind of been pacing and trying to examine the room. Can give me a clue of where I am.
Okay, if you want to give me wits and awareness as well.
Storyteller, can I activate Sense the Unseen?
You can.
I would like to do that.
Alrighty.
I would
believe
like to use Ancestor's Vigilance as well.
Okay.
I've just got Oblivion sight up.
All right. And so for Sense the Unseen, I need wits or resolve plus your aspects.
All right.
That was 2 successes.
2 successes? Wonderful. This is just a house. Silas, it's not a house you recognize. Some of the furniture seems a bit newer than it should be for the state that this house is in.
But it is certainly a house and not an office building or a warehouse. Right.
It definitely reads like the foyer of a manor, but as if someone tried to decorate something that was already decrepit.
Understood.
All right, and what'd you get, Evan?
3 successes.
3 successes. There is nothing to be seen in this room.
Well, if we leave them to wander off on their own, they're bound to meet final death, so maybe we should not split the group.
Yeah, let's go check on the Scooby Gang.
Fine.
All right, so Nico, what are you doing?
Nico is going to go up to one of the doors, maybe a voice that he sort of recognizes, and open the door.
And as you open this door, expecting something on the other side, the door at the end of the hall that Ava had previously opened slams shut, and you look to your doorway and see Brick. And then the door at the end of the hallway creaks open ever so slightly.
One I'm at?
The one you're at.
What?
And Ava, a little voice comes through for you and says, "Tell me the truth and I'll let you go. What did you do?"
So many things. I watched. That's probably the big one. That's the one he would tell you is the big one. That's the one both of them would tell you was the big one.
Sufficient. And the door swings open, and you are treated to the view of a beautiful courtyard.
I found a way.
And suddenly, all the voices in this hallway go completely silent. The doors stop bowing or banging. There is just the entrance to the courtyard.
Who did that?
Who did what?
Who brought them out?
The screams, the voices. Did you not put an end to that infernal racket?
Oh, I just answered the question. Somebody else did it, though.
The question.
Answered what question?
I think the question was it.
Oh. Well, let's go play in the garden. And Ava will pass through the door.
Okay. There is a beautiful courtyard of a garden of lilacs and tiger lilies. Very strange because these are not native to the area or known to grow together, but seeing them all together, it's actually a beautiful sight. What will the rest of you do as Ava gallops into the courtyard?
I'm gonna follow, make sure she doesn't step on any of the really cool flowers or plants, because, like, that's a That's not a cool thing to do.
Okay. Is everyone else entering the courtyard?
Yeah, Nico will follow, and he'll sort of take a look around, and probably he and Ava have worked together in the past, so he's a little concerned, mostly for Ava.
Now, Ava, just treat these plants like the plants over in my garden. You know the rules.
Understood. And she tucks her feet closer together and pulls her arms in.
Okay, because we don't know if these plants bite.
Right.
And I don't
plants
want
bite.
you're getting caught in the Venus flytrap again.
That was very unfortunate.
It happened twice.
Surprisingly sticky.
Yes.
Evan,
Yes.
are you following in?
Yes.
And Silas and Styx, you are following as well?
Indeed.
Yes.
Once you are all safely into the garden, the door slams shut behind you, and as you look back, there is nothing but a stone wall. The
It could
courtyard
be
is
the heart.
The courtyard is indeed quite beautiful, with large spiral topiaries in each corner, with lilacs and tiger lilies surrounding them. And in the middle of the courtyard is a beautiful 4-tiered fountain, and where one would imagine swans or angels decorating the structure, there are 7 kindred, battered, bloodied, with long rusted sickles in their hands, and they stand with their eyes completely shut, frozen against the center structure of the fountain.
Or was it just a Bahari party?
Evan, this is not your doing, is it? I know that your kind are known for tricking the mind.
Yeah.
I like to do stuff at raves when people like tripping on drugs. That's the type of stuff I don't do this kind of sick, demented stuff. This is not me. And I guarantee you, if somebody walks over to those things, they're going to wake up and they're going to cut you down. Because I've played D&D. I know how this works.
What's D&D?
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm sorry, what?
Are Ava and I the only one that have ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
That satanic game from the 70s.
Now I'm interested.
It's only slightly satanic. It's fine.
Okay, now I'm
I didn't say it was bad.
Unless you play a tiefling and then you're completely satanic.
Oh, yes, yes.
I don't know
What's
what it
that?
So,
is, but
who's going to walk over there then?
While you all are talking, let me make a roll.
Oh, dear.
So this conversation is a bit loud, don't you think?
Yes. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ava is pretty loud when she talks.
this is just my
Two-
voice.
2 eyes on one of the kindred on the fountain snap open. And their hand with the sickle begins to twitch.
That's not good.
Would you?
Hey,
I've seen something like this. This is what is that movie? Silent Hill? Is that right?
I was gonna go with Battle Royale.
Silent Hill more like, because, yeah, that's like...
Silent Hill, yeah.
Never saw it.
You
like
wouldn't
it.
like it.
Read about this?
Dix will kind of also quietly move around to kind of position himself in the front a little bit.
Okay.
Silas is similarly moving in a somewhat clockwise manner around, still in line with the others, but somewhat around the edges so as not to be in a direct line with this statue.
And so, Silas, as you move around to the side where you are, you witness as a heavy cloth unfurls itself vertically down the wall on the far opposite side of the courtyard. A beautiful royal blue fabric with silver phases of the moon printed down the fabric.
And it like unfurls, like spreads out, or does it reveal something?
No, it just rolls down the wall.
Rolls. Okay.
Like a tapestry?
Yes,
Okay.
similar to a tapestry.
Do I recognize any of the imagery on it, or is it just moon
Nope.
phases? Okay.
Just moon phases.
And this is not one of your havens? Not familiar to any of you.
Stay in the same place for more than a
I'm going to creep behind Nico.
Nico
so-
just sort of looks back and smiles.
And the one with its eyes open is now taking very slow steps forward towards Ava.
Are
As
you
she
a
was
friend?
As she was the loudest.
I don't think he's a friend.
As you speak directly to him, Ava, he is going to come for you.
Oh dear.
And so, in almost an imperceptible speed, he is at Ava with the sickle around her throat, but not moving just yet.
Do I have the option to use my celerity to move faster and try and intercept before he gets to her?
Let's consider this. Since he is using blink and you are using celerity, let's just make this a contested dexterity roll to see who can get to Ava the quickest.
And now, apologize my newness. I just roll my pips in dexterity.
Yeah, just roll straight the amount of dots you have in dexterity.
Perfect.
Just
So
to
we
get
all
a bit of rock, paper, scissors.
so we all see this thing moving toward Ava.
You see it take 2 steps and then it's gone.
Do I have time to activate chemistry?
Not this time.
Okay.
Due to the nature of blink.
Okay.
One
What'd
success.
you get? How many?
1.
2.
Oh, that's just rude.
How
And
weird.
so, Silas, as you get closer to Ava, the blade seems to appear around her throat right as your hand grabs onto their fist.
Stay very still.
And
Is
this
it
close
moving
to
at all?
him, you can see that he's not really looking at Ava. He's not paying attention to her. He appears to have just gone where the sound came from.
Nico will pull the phone, probably an iPhone rose gold, out of a pocket, look across the courtyard with I don't know what applies better, but potence or celerity will like whip it as hard to like create a loud crack on the other side of the courtyard.
Okay. I would say with your ratings, you can do that with ease in this smaller courtyard. So you do fling your phone and it cracks loud against the wall, and the eyes of all 7 pop open as they blink towards the wall,
Including the one with Ava, or
including the one with Ava.
I
I'm gonna
released its
take-
arm.
I'm gonna take this opportunity. Do we have our stuff or inventory on us when we woke up?
Yes.
She's going to grab a small vial of blood out of her pocket. She's going to sprinkle it on the ground around her, and she's going to need 5 minutes to cast Coax the Garden to get the garden to do her work for her.
Okay. So, does everyone think they can sit still and quiet for 5 minutes for Lenny to do this?
And she's like
Oh.
gestures to get everyone, like she's moving herself within 5 feet of the wall, but getting everyone else out of 5 feet away from her so they do not take damage from this. She's
if Ava would allow, Nico would sort of like quietly like pick up and with fleetness just away from the area that
Oh, she would allow.
that Lenny is going for. And I think I need to roll a rouse check for that, right?
Yes. Yes, you will.
That's a 5, so I think that's
That is still a failure.
Yep.
So you are up 1 hunger, but you are still able to do it. So you are now at hunger 3, and there's a bit of a clawing feeling from inside your stomach.
Styx will take a step back and then a second one, and whenever nobody else is looking at him, activates Silence of Death and Cloak of Shadows and just stands and watches.
Okay. And so for everyone else except Styx, I need you all to make me a composure and resolve roll to be able to maintain your serenity for 5 minutes.
Do I have to do it because I'm casting the ritual as well?
You do not.
Okay. I'm still gonna make. Is it okay if I make my ritual roll now?
Yes, go ahead and make your ritual roll. Everyone else just needs to be able to try and maintain being quiet.
4 successes on a double crit.
Okay, wonderful.
I have 5 successes with a crit. Not
6
messy.
successes with a crit.
5 with a crit.
All right.
2 successes.
So, Lenny,
Mhm.
you do get to get the garden to do your bidding.
Mhm.
Nico, you have a moment about halfway through where something seems to tickle your nose. Maybe it's all the flowers. And a loud sneeze comes out as all of the kindred turn and look at you, but none move.
So the kindred within the affected range take a 2 die penalty to their to all of their physical dice.
Wonderful. I will make that
It
adjustment.
trips and grips them, and if they stay for longer than a turn, they have to make a dexterity athletics roll or be grappled and take 1 point of superficial damage. It was a critical win, so it's double. So it's 2 points of superficial.
Wonderful. I will remember that.
So she's just like, all right, listen here.
And so as Lenny has control over these 7 extra kindred here now, pulling their attention away from Nico and his sneeze, what will the rest of you be doing?
I would like to go over to that tapestry and use artist's intent as Ava just sort of runs her fingers over each of the phases of the moon and studies it.
Okay.
And licks her finger and repeats it, and then licks her finger and repeats it.
And so as you're doing that, with the first lick of the finger, you taste salt. And as you do it again, you lick again, sugar. And you do it again, butter. And again, bubblegum. Again. Is that funnel cake? And again, salt and butter. Maybe popcorn.
It's a carnival.
Just quite enough. Silas, what are you doing?
I actually would have slowly begun following Ava over there, intent to investigate on my own, and I see her begin her strange ritual of licking and touching and licking and touching, and I see the look of knowing come over her face, and I lower my mouth to her ear and I say, "What do you know?" And then I put my ear by her mouth.
It's a carnival. There's funnel cakes and popcorn.
Kind of smile, not quite condescendingly, but something next door to it, and just kind of nod and look over at my shoulder to see if the kindred are still standing where we left them.
Yes, they are still being bound by Lenny's plants and vines.
Eppin's gonna walk over. He's gonna activate Silence of Death first,
Okay.
and he's gonna walk over and he's gonna look at the tapestry and see if it's anything that rings a bell with him.
Nothing rings a bell. You can roll, we'll consider this wits and occult if you would
Okay.
like.
Sure.
Also, as an update for our chat, we do have Ava, you have an extra dice at any point that you want to use it. Nico, you have an extra dice. Silas, you have a full reroll available to you. Styx, you have an extra dice. And we have 2 perils in the game now. I will not say if they have been used yet. And so if you guys want to donate, you can donate in the chat.
Probably the funnel cake. The funnel cake was the extra peril. This is that's a
Funnel
whole
cake is very perilous to the waistline. I'm just saying.
There
So
is a
delicious.
There is a link in the chat to donate. Help us do some good today. Yes. So you got
3 successes.
3 successes. This looks like a typical tapestry, though the pattern is something that you see pretty regularly around, like especially occult shops. The fabric is a velvet, which is strange for a curtain, but it's striking you as just general new age material.
Ava's going to grab Silas's shoulder and kind of claw at him to get him to lean down again.
It's the mind of a Malkavian. It's a carnival.
Say, I'm very sorry, my dear. Your microphone cut out there for a moment, and I had trouble catching that.
Sorry, it's the mind of a Malkavian. It's what we do. It's carnival, it's beautiful, and it's bright, but it's terribly dangerous, and that's what the silent things are.
I feel like that is both incredibly perceptive and a very large leap. And I look over,
That's the mind of a Malkavian.
you make a very fair point.
Styx, what are you making of all of this?
So all of this time, Styx has just been standing there watching everything invisible, marveling at the Magister has that type of magic, but he then sees what's going on over near the tapestry, and unaware of the irony of what's about to happen, decides that he has become impatient of waiting and uses Soaring Leap to just hurl himself from where he is and land next to everybody.
Okay. So you are landing at the curtain or next to all of the other kindred?
The other ones, the ones with the weapons.
Okay. And so you land. But thankfully, with your silence of death, they do not notice that you have landed next to them.
I would also like to just kind of inspect them and get an idea of if I recognize any of them, if I, if they're like significant kindred that I might know.
So, due to the nature of their injuries, I will need wits and investigation.
I'm going to use my extra die.
Wonderful.
That is 4 successes.
4 successes. So this close, uncanny as it may be, looking through the scratches and blood and dirt caked up on their faces, that one seems to look like the other one. And that one too. Also this one. And also this one. And possibly so, all 7 of them are completely identical.
I would like to, again, use Pharaoh Whispers on my Famulus.
Okay.
Now, come out, my pretties. No need to worry, no fear. Don't. I'm not asking much of you. Just I want your opinions.
And so make your roll for your bees to come out.
Mm-hmm. Two successes.
All right. So they do come out and they appear to turn from the other 7 and they go towards the flowers and then seem to U-turn immediately from the flowers. They go to another set of flowers and U-turn immediately. And they seem to stop at all of the plant life in here, but turn away before they can get too close. And they come back to you and they manage to get a few words out to you. They're saying,
Not right, not right, not right. Everything wrong. Everything's so wrong.
And I will. He holds out his hand, and for anybody that's close enough to see, you can see that it's like wrinkled and bunched up, and the skin is tearing. And he'll like scoop some of them into his hand and put them up to his face. Yes, no, it's fine. Everything is okay.
Not good, not good, not good,
Yes,
not good.
I know. Yeah, you look. Just you may return, and lets them go back into his clothing.
Return.
and they all go back into your cloak. But what you have gathered from them is that not even a bee would want to get anywhere near these flowers or these kindred.
Are there any of the flowers close by to me?
Yes, you're standing kind of near a corner where there is the spiral topiary and lilacs and tiger lilies.
I will pick one of the lilacs.
You're going to pluck it.
Mm-hmm.
What color are the lilacs?
Purple.
Okay.
All right. If you could please make me, let's see what we're going to call this roll. Let's see here. If you could please make me, let's call it composure and awareness.
Would my instinct specialty fall into this?
Yes. Though arguably it may have kicked in before you plucked the flower.
I'm going to spend my first willpower for the night.
Okay.
That's better. 3 successes.
3. Not enough. And so as you pluck the flower, the instant that the flower plucks, the flower wilts and begins to scream. And now there is a shriek that could only be the level of a banshee coming from your hand as the kindred that Lenny has trapped are now struggling and fighting and trying to hack with their sickles to get free.
And I drop the flower immediately and cover my ears and
it's still screaming.
Ava's going to grab the flower and eat it.
All right. I feel like if this was D&D, I'd have to ask you for a con save.
It's the only way she can think to get it in some place where it can't make noise.
So you do manage to eat the flower, and the screaming does stop.
Does it stop, or do we still hear it kind of like...
Every time Ava opens
really
her
muffled.
mouth.
The screaming does stop, and you see as the trapped kindred proceed to just halt all motions completely as soon as the sound stops.
Gonna
Flowers have meaning.
get those get the plants and the flowers and the topiary to just like pull them in a bit tighter and just like squeeze at them, and she's just like, whoever fucking killed the fucking flower, I'm gonna be sorry.
And so I am
Flowers
going
have
to
Sticks.
roll. How much damage do they take each turn?
2 points of superficial.
Okay, so that is 2 to each of them, but you got a crit, so that'll be 4, right?
Well, no, it's 2 because of the crit.
Okay, 2 because. Okay.
Whoever flower killed that flower.
Flowers have meanings, right? And lilies are the flowers of death. And violets are... I believe
Flowers.
violets are either spirit or memory. What could it mean? What could it mean? What could it mean?
While this little side game is going on, I slip my way over towards the fountain where the thing started. Is it actively flowing?
Yes, it is actively flowing. It's a very lovely fountain.
Is there any indication of where these creatures may have come from, or perhaps just something about the fountain seems to be drawing my attention to the center of this garden? Is there anything that strikes me about it?
As far as you can tell from this fountain, I won't make you roll wits awareness for this. It's a pretty standard fountain. And as for the kindred having anywhere to come from, there are no windows and no doors in this courtyard. There is just the tapestry on the other side and the mysterious space where you thought you could come in.
And as everyone seems to be distracted with the screaming and the consumption of the herbal shrieking thing, I kind of reach a hand over the top of the fountain. It's kind of shaking, and then I snatch it back and kind of curse under my breath and turn to look at the others.
And so for the ones who are near the curtain, what are you doing? I believe that is, believe we have Ava and Nico and Evan near the curtain.
Evan is looking behind the curtain to see if there's an exit.
That's actually a really good idea.
And
As soon as the flower started screaming, he did that.
Yeah,
Someone's smart here.
Nico's
No.
attention is actually sort of similarly sort of focused on like finding a way out.
To be
with
fair, I
Evan.
ran over to eat the flower, so I'm probably not near the tapestry anymore.
It's just probably Nico and
And
Evan.
I just got noticed that we have reached $1,000.
Yay!
Good job.
Yay!
Thank you, everybody.
You guys are absolutely helping change lives, so thank you so much. And so with that, as you have pulled the curtain back, Evan, you see a dark hallway behind it.
And I'm going to try to get everyone's attention quietly by making movement that draws attention and point behind the curtain.
And so as you're pointing at the curtain that you have let drop back down, there's a hard wall behind the curtain as you poke at it. But when you looked through it, there's definitely a hallway.
So he will basically pull the tapestry to the side and show everyone the hallway
Okay.
and hold it till everyone's gone through.
I guess Nico will begin down the hallway.
Ava will scamper and grab his belt again.
Every time, Ava.
At least I'm predictable.
I love it about you.
Styx will make his way over to Linny and whisper to her, "Thank you. Now you should leave."
Was that you?
Maybe.
Just a quick little. just aiming for the gut, like avoiding the central B areas.
Avoiding the B areas, you do manage to get him a little bit.
And he
He's
just
like-
with Silence of Death, like no sound escapes, but you can see him make the oof motion, and
Puff of it.
and some of the you do hear the angry buzzing of bees. No, we deserve that. No. I'm not apologizing, but we need to leave.
She just points in the direction that everyone else went because she needs to keep this ritual up until everyone else is gone.
Okay. And
He
so
shrugs
it's Silas,
Heads that way.
and Styx is heading that way. Silas,
After everyone follows in, waiting simply for Lenny, I see that they are finishing what they're doing, and so I slip in behind the rest.
And Evan will stay there, and I will be ready to cast chemistry to make a noise if they start moving toward Lenny in an opposite direction.
Okay.
Yeah, and Lenny is going to leave last, a bit of a saunter almost away, just like but she's on like the tiptoes of her combat boots, so it's like
Doing the Scooby sneak.
Yeah.
and she's just like,
All
Can
right.
you-
and she goes in.
Okay,
And,
and so everyone is in, and now you're heading in, Evan?
Mhm.
All right. And so you guys enter this dark hallway, and you're walking.
I'm gonna reactivate Oblivion Sight.
I also activate Eyes of the Beast.
Heightened senses.
Evan, that was genius.
Nothing to be seen, though. Nico, even with heightened senses, make me a quick wits and awareness roll.
Oh, good.
I'm going to use Ancestor's Vigilance as we're walking, just in case.
Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes. You can hear the faint sound of music, but it's very, very faint, almost imperceptible. But sounds like a little harpsichord.
Do we all hear this, or was that just Nico?
That's just Nico because he has heightened senses up.
I will sort of turn back, and I forget who was the first person behind me.
Me.
Of course, right. Yeah, I'll be like, turn back and like, remember that you're attached to me. There's music up ahead.
There's always music.
No, just real music.
Yes.
Tell the others.
Nico can hear the music.
Why are we being quiet again?
Yeah, no, we
We
don't
don't
have to be
want
quiet.
those
We don't.
things.
We don't.
We don't know how far those things can hear. We need to be quiet.
Oh, it's gonna take them a bit to get out of what I put them in.
Well,
That's
Nico can
rather
hear the
nice.
music.
You can hear the music.
He hears it.
Let's keep going.
I didn't know you were Malkavian.
Makes sense now. So much is making sense now.
Does your condition rub off on him? Is that how that?
That's what
No,
it
I
feels
just-
like.
It's catching.
So much makes so much.
And so,
more sense
Nico,
now.
the music is getting louder as you're walking, and eventually you all start to hear faint harpsichord music. And at the very end of this dark hallway, pretty far ahead of you, there is a woman sitting at a table.
Lenny is going to like lean back to Evan a bit and be like, "We could be jerks and really mess with these two right now, or we could just not. But we could just say we don't hear anything right now and see how they react."
I'm actually totally fine with that.
And so Styx and Silas, while we have the pranksters in the back and the investigators in the front, what are you two up to?
Well, once I begin to hear the music and can make it out as a harpsichord, I actually increase my steps. Rather curious as to the source. I do have an affinity for harpsichord and the courtly musics, and I'm intrigued and feel somewhat at home.
All right, Styx.
Do be careful there, Mr. Miller, as I will look, increase my pace to follow him.
Okay. And so as you guys are walking closer, Silas reaching it first. As you get a bit closer to the table, suddenly the room around you illuminates, and you're in a gorgeous, large circus tent with brilliant stripes of red and gold, silks of every color hanging from the rafters. And in the center ring, there is the woman at the table, long dark hair pulled to the side, braided over her shoulder, with a black dress and a ringleader's jacket. And she's sitting there, the jacket looking threadbare, but very nice. And she has 3 shells in front of her.
See, Carnival.
It's a
I told you it's a
circus.
carnival.
Circus and carnival are totally different.
But there's often a carnival at the circus. And she's sitting at a shell table, and that's a carnival game.
It's
And
also an alleyway game.
I still don't hear this harpsichord you guys are
Yeah,
talking
no,
about
we
either.
have no idea what you guys are talking about. Like,
No one ever does.
Must be a Malkavian thing.
it must be a Malkavian thing.
If this is your fault.
Nico will accept you with open arms.
Sticks,
Is anyone approaching the table?
Yes.
Sticks like puts his finger up and he's like thinking for a moment and almost says something and then realizes present company he probably shouldn't and walks over to the table.
Is anyone else walking to the table with Sticks?
I am.
Yeah. Evan will go.
Okay.
Lenny's
I'm
just
kinda
gonna follow Evan
dragging
at this
Nico.
point.
Probably, yeah.
Lenny's following Evan and trying to drag Silas along if possible.
Begrudgingly going along with him.
Okay, so everyone is approaching the table. The woman looks up to you with a very wry smile and just, "Good evening, all. Welcome to my wonderful carnival. Would you like to make a wager? 1 pearl, 3 shells. You find it, you win. Everybody gets a turn."
I'll play.
One moment.
Wait.
What do we win? And what do we lose? We win. What do we win?
What does it matter?
You win, you get out.
And we
Doors right
lose?
there.
What door?
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go back through that door, Lenny. I didn't like what was in there.
It's the game. We have to play the game. Let's play the game. Come on, I want to play the game.
Also, Ava, the impulsiveness to react while it was clever to eat that flower. You should stop putting random things in your mouth. You never know what's going to happen.
What's the worst that's going to happen to me at this point?
Final death? Do you want to live forever?
Darn. No, I want to live while I get to live and then die when I get to die.
So who shall be the first to play this game?
Can we see the pearl?
And she holds up a absolutely perfect, just unnaturally perfect black pearl. Says, "Would you like to inspect it? I assure you it is on the up and up."
Can I see it?
Of course. And she hands you the pearl.
I will take it and examine it.
Give me, we'll call it Wits in a Cult, since this is a carnival game. And that's about as occult as it gets. And we do have a giveaway in the chat right now. If you enter #Crabtree, you get entered into the giveaway. And don't forget that the link is also there to donate.
So I got 4 successes, 2 of them are crit. So total of 8, I believe. 6?
6, that'd be 6.
6. So 6 successes.
So, all right. Looking at this pearl probably could go for easily 6 figures on the market. It is a perfectly round black pearl.
I'm going to take in as much detail of this black pearl as I can.
Okay. I'll notate that.
And I will hand it back to her. That's very beautiful.
Thank you. It is a favorite of mine.
Did you tell us what happens if we lose?
I can't spoil the surprise.
See, that's where I kind of have a problem because I'm not a big game of chance kindred.
Darling, it's just a game. And she drops a pearl beneath a shell and begins to start moving them.
I want to play.
Lenny's gonna
Please.
lean into Evan because they know each other. And she's gonna be like, "You get why I asked?"
Oh yeah, it's definitely bad if we don't.
And she stops and she says, "But first, I guess to make it fair, I'm going to need your wagers." And she snaps her fingers, and from behind her, spotlights light up the back of the room where there are 6 platforms with cages. Inside each cage is a touchstone of yours, a human, very near and dear to your heart, that keeps the essence of your humanity stable. She says, now, who wants to go first?
I will.
Very well.
No, I can do
Ava.
this. I can do it. I've
Ava.
got it. I can do
Ava.
it. I can do it.
Ava,
Ava?
think about this.
So
No, I can do
Ava?
this. I can do it. I've got
Think
this.
about this. And Evan's going to point to the cages. You know what happens if something happens.
I can do it. I can do
So
it.
Ava, this is going to be my Dex and Larceny versus your Wits and Awareness.
I'm also using heightened senses and heightening my sense of smell to track her smell on the pearl.
Okay. So give me your
Actually,
Wits and
not her smell, Evan's smell, because he was the one who last handled it.
Okay. So give yourself an extra dice for that.
Okay. And what was it?
This is going to be your Wits and Awareness.
Wits and
And I will be
awareness.
rolling against you.
All right. Let's see. Wits and awareness, okay. I'm going to use my extra.
Emin, being in
3, 4.
our line of fun, is there
I
any?
had 1 extra.
Yeah, you have 1 extra.
Got this.
Okay, I already used that. So 5 and a crit. One of the
Okay.
5 is a crit.
Okay. And so you pick a shell and she lifts it up. Nothing.
It's
She goes,
there.
"Oh,
Right
my
there.
dear, I am so sorry.
No, it's
Who
right
should be next?"
It's right there. It's
I
right
was going
there.
to ask you.
And she shows you the inside of the shell.
Yeah, it's right there.
Nothing.
I'm going to use I want to use dementation, the haunting on her,
Okay.
to inflict a vision of a pearl under each of the shells.
Okay. And so as you do that, she looks at you strangely for a moment and goes, "My dear, is something the matter? You look as if you have a headache. Do you need to lie down?
I think I do.
Who shall be next? Please, everybody gets a turn. Do not rush all at once."
Can you show us where the pearl is? And I'm going to watch her to make sure she's not trying to like sleight of hand the pearl somewhere.
She says, "Of course." And she reaches for another shell, picks it up, and there is the pearl. She goes, "We'll start with this one." She drops it and begins to start moving them. So give me your Wits and Awareness versus my Dex and Larceny.
I'm going to use chemistry to make the pearl appear to be, if I pick the wrong one, that it's there.
Okay.
So I will do my rouse check. I do not get hungrier.
Okay.
And you said wits what?
Wits and Awareness. Essentially to be able to track the shell that the pearl is under.
Oh, so that's 8 successes because I critted on most of the dice.
Wow. She picks up the shell and there's nothing there. She goes, "I am sorry, mon ami. I really thought you had it there. You were following so well."
I'm gonna pick up both of the other shells and look.
It's under the one you did not pick.
And she didn't see the one with chemistry that I put there.
Nope.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna
shall-
motion for Lenny to follow me. Don't anyone else pick. You all stop right now.
She goes, "Please, darling, if you want to get out,
Go
somebody
for it.
has to win.
So it's just one of us who has to win.
If one wins, I will let you all go."
At that point, I assume Lenny's coming up, but I step in front and kind of lower down at the table somewhat and look directly in her eyes. And I say, "But my dear, you seem to have forgotten I already won." I'll attempt
Oh, my
to,
dear, you must be a Ventru.
Does it show?
Oh, it shows quite well. But that is all right. Let's play. And so give me your wits and awareness.
It's awesome. Cool.
Nico has a good laugh at that comment.
So I made a pro here. She didn't see it.
I have. Can I play the Ask a Storyteller a Question game?
Yes.
Oh, on a scale of like 1 to 5, how good at Oblivion would one be to just have like a baby arm of Armand in the shape of a pearl?
Considering that arms of Ahriman are arms, you would not be able to solidify it into a pearl.
I figured on a scale of 1 to 5, it didn't hurt to ask.
All
Like a
right,
nub
Silas?
of Armand. I got
Silas, what
2
did you roll?
successes.
2 successes. She pulls up the shell. Nothing. Ah, mon ami! You all seemed so lucky. But that is okay. We have 3 more chances, eh?
My eyes
And
cut
with
over to the
me.
cage. Is everyone still in their cages?
Everyone is still in their cages. And with
Stop.
we-
Stop. Everyone stop.
with that, we are going to take a very quick break so everyone can get some water, run and take bio. We will be right back in a bit. Thank you guys again so much for donating. We are raising some wonderful money. Don't forget that you can join the giveaway by doing #Crabtree. Make sure to donate. We will be back in a bit. Hey,
Came
we're
in
back!
just in time. Yeah.
Yay! Hi,
Yay.
welcome back. And so, where we left off, Silas has just failed his shell game, and Evan was telling everyone to stop. So,
I
Evan,
need-
if you want to continue with what you were saying before we took our break.
I need a minute to talk with Lenny. We have to confer on something.
All right. Very well, darling. Take all the time you need. I will be right here. And she's gonna look to Styx before you guys go. What about you, darling? Do you want to play?
Six.
You have a
No.
turn.
No one play until Lenny and I get back.
He doesn't even hear her. He is staring at the cage with his touchstone in it.
So he will usher her away. He's going to go a good distance. He imagines she's kindred and might have
I'm
height
trying.
senses.
I'm trying not to murder someone today. I told myself I was going to wake up this evening and not murder someone today.
We don't even know who we're messing with.
Yeah.
But I'm 100% sure that pearl was there. It was not sleight of hand. She's changing where the pearl is somehow, and I don't know. And if anything happens to anyone in those cages, there's going to be hell to pay.
There's 6 of us and 1 of her.
We don't know if she controls those things back in the other room either.
There's 6 of us, 1 of her, and a bunch of them that are severely injured.
I mean, we've been at this for a while. You know, I'm not really good in a fight. I'm just good
No,
at
you're not.
distractions.
Yeah, you are. And I still love you and appreciate you.
And I'm worried about what this might do to Ava. She seems a bit unhinged already.
Yeah.
More than normal.
Yeah. I think I know what I need to do. I got a plan, but I need everyone else to play first.
Okay. Then you play last. That's our play.
Okay.
And we'll walk back over. Lenny has elected to go last, so
Very well. Will you go next then, darling?
I think she's talking to you.
sure.
Very well. And she drops the shell and begins to move. So roll me your wits and awareness.
4 successes.
She reaches and she pulls up the shell. Nothing. I really thought you had it. You know, you look very familiar. Maybe it's just the luck. I'm so sorry, dear. And she said, so since the beautiful lady is going last,
Where?
Monsieur Styx.
I think she was talking about you, Lenny.
How'd she know your name?
How did you know his name?
Is that the most concerning aspect of this night to you?
Yes, it is right now.
I've seen Styx around town. He is the only one of you I recognize, unfortunately.
So you're a local.
In a manner of speaking.
Styx, care to explain?
I travel.
I will look to her. Let me ask storyteller question first.
Yes.
Was it intentional that Evan played twice?
Yes.
It was.
Okay, I'm just making sure. We had a break, so okay.
It was intentional.
Okay.
He did it to try to give everybody else time to see what she was doing to try to figure out how she's making it disappear.
So Styx will finally wrench his attention away from his touchstone, begrudgingly. Move over to the side of the table opposite of her. Do I recognize her?
You don't. She's got kind of one of those very generic faces.
He adds
Styx,
two and
think
two.
about it. Think about it. Think
He
about
adds
it.
2 and 2 together. You didn't tell us your name.
My name is unimportant.
Is that biblical?
Yet you knew mine.
Yes, it's rather rude to know someone's name, and
You may call me Elizabeth then, if it is so important to you.
And is it common, Elizabeth, that somebody loses the game twice?
Unfortunately so, that is the nature of the carnival.
So we
Mhm.
can
I've
play
been doing this
twice?
for 75 years at this point. I have seen people lose everything. Pick a
That's a
shell,
shame.
darling.
He looks down and picks up the middle one himself.
A bold move. And yet there is no pearl. She goes, I was hoping that your strength of character was going to really do that for you.
There's a grimace on his face, and I'm going to activate prowess.
Okay.
I do succeed, so I do not get hungrier.
Wonderful.
And I'm going to crush a shell in my hand.
She goes, that is a common feeling. And she's going to reach below the table and pull up another shell and drop it on the table. And she goes, Mademoiselle, I believe it is your turn.
Quick question. Silas has spent a lot of time in France. Does he recognize a region that she might be from based off her accent or looks or anything?
In pure storyteller behavior, no. This is the only French accent I know.
Just curious if there was a specific reason that I could know, you know?
That-
no,
je
no,
ne
no,
sais
no,
quoi.
it's just no.
she is trying to play hard to get. Yes, no.
Yes, no, yeah.
Oui, oui. Okay.
When,
But you wouldn't recognize, I would say General Paris.
Okay.
when she invites, I imagine, Lenny to play, Nico, it's like, I've played this game on Coney. Always lose. Let me play.
Very well. And she begins. So roll your wits and awareness.
Evan is going to go over to Ava,
Use my
noticing
extra,
that
one
she's
of my extra
upset.
dice.
and try to comfort her.
Okay. And Nico, what'd you roll?
1 success, and I used one of my extra dice.
Okay.
That was
Oh,
that
no.
good, huh?
She lifts up the shell and goes, "Alas, I see your streak continues, monsieur.
Shrugs.
Most unfortunate."
Always is.
So,
Ava just kind of leans into Evan and just keeps rocking.
Lenny is going to walk up. She's going to take off the ring on her ring finger and she's going to put it down on the table.
Okay.
You've said some very interesting things, and this place works in very interesting ways.
Doesn't it?
I'm going to raise you a bit on your bet.
I have not seen someone raise a bet before. I appreciate it.
I'm betting the strength of my character. This ring belonged to my sire.
Ah, truly personal token. I am touched.
However, if I beat you in this game, or am lucky, I want the lot.
The lot. We are betting the lot then. I agree.
It is not, the
Let's
lot is
begin.
not mine to lose, but it is mine to win.
It is yours to bet however you wish. The lot has
I
been
want to save all of them.
The lot has been bet. Roll your wits and awareness to see if you
And
can
I'm
save
going to
all the
rouse-
touchstones.
I'm going to rouse my wits.
Okay.
I do not get hungrier.
Going
It's
to be
almost like
okay,
wits and
but
awareness is my best stat.
And you do have a extra dice as
Which
well.
I'm throwing in this as well. So I've got a nice die pool going on here.
Get it, girl.
Yep.
Lenny's got this save, but it's going to be fine.
You know, I cannot, it's not possible for me to get a messy crit right now. But I could confirm a second crit right now. I'm going to spend a willpower to confirm a second crit.
Okay.
And the crit confirms! 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 successes! 2 crits!
Fantastic. So you do that.
And I put everything I got into that.
And you reach for the shell. Are you going to pull it up or will you let Elizabeth do it?
Lenny is just full blown the strength of her will. So she's like, I'm choosing this for myself. She's gonna grab it and pick it up.
And when you do, there is no pearl.
And she's just like,
And as you do that, she goes, "Pity." Grabs 6 daggers from beneath her and whips her hand backwards.
arms of Armand.
As, unfortunately, it is too quick for you to notice to do that. As a dagger plunges into the heart of each person in the cage. And they slump to the cage. And before you can even process what has happened before you, you're falling through darkness. Impossible darkness. As the woman and the circus fade above you.
Is there any way, as we're falling, to maneuver myself so that when we hit the ground, I hit the ground and cushion Ava's fall?
You can twist and turn and move.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that twist so that when we land, she lands on top of me and I cushion her fall.
Okay. And so as you guys are falling, an interesting sensation takes over a good number of you. That hunger of the beast that had been growing since you started, Ava, Nico. Who else had their hunger go up at one point?
I think it was just the two of us.
Yeah, I think it's just
Twice for me.
Yeah.
You find
Or the
yourself
snack pack.
find yourself oddly satiated suddenly, and you may now move your hunger back to 1. And so as you're falling, with Evan bracing Ava, you land unceremoniously on a forest floor. Around you is a seemingly endless forest of aspen trees, tall, dark, and looming, dense. So dense you can't even see through the trees that surround you in this semicircle of a clearing. They seem to grow so tall that you can't even see the sky.
everyone okay?
No.
You think we're okay?
I'm going to kill her. I am going to kill her and every last person who gets in my way.
Was that
I am
real?
going.
Was that real?
We don't even know if what we saw was real. That pearl should have been under each time that we were certain the pearl should have been there. We are uncertain of everything we've seen here.
Doesn't matter. It wasn't there.
I am so mad right now. There are words I wish I could say that I can't.
Just sign them to me.
I can't sign them to you either. It requires one finger and it's not this one.
Or this one.
And Evan is going to continue to try to get them to get their frustrations out because he wants them calm because they need to figure out the next step.
Can I punch a tree?
That's
You
what
can certainly go for it.
that's what Nico is gonna do. Just haul
She's
off
gonna punch a tree with the arms of Armand.
Okay, and Nico, are you punching a tree?
Yeah, with lethal body.
Go for it.
And just...
Ava, I need you to look at me. Look at me. It's going to be okay.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
With
We
Arms
don't-
of Ahriman, you will need to give me a rouse check and then wits plus oblivion.
I just flipped to the page, which this still has new book smell.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh, nice.
No, right? Okay.
We're not sure that was real, but I need you to be the clever you that you are. I need your cleverness.
This die only rolls 10s, except for that one roll where I couldn't get the message. Wits and...
You're very smart. And if any of us know that sometimes things are not what they seem, it's you. You've figured out a lot of things over as long as I've known you. It's going to be okay.
And Nico, would it you're lethal bodying a tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, Lenny's so mad she's hurting something that's in nature.
Okay. And so as you both run for these trees and land a hard blow, the tree bends under your fists. And then as you retract your hand or your arm of Ahriman, it stands straight back up again.
I hate this place. I can't even punch a tree. I need something to punch.
Punch me.
Punch me.
And Evan realizes he's still on the ground and Ava's on top of him. No, don't punch me because Ava's on top of me still.
Silas hasn't even noticed this because he's just turned and grabbed Styx by the robe and pulled him up and said, "She knew you. She knew you. Are you
Yeah, I should
telling
be
me
punching
You did
him."
not know her?" I'm like holding you right up to my face. It's your job to know. That's what your kind do. You didn't know her?
Oh, to me, right?
Yes.
And Styx will Are we still in the same scene? So prowess still active.
Yes.
He will attempt to shove Silas off of him
All right.
with prowess.
Okay. And so that will be a rouse check from you.
Power's still active. I activated it last in the
Oh.
carnival.
When you
Okay.
crush
Yes.
the shell. Yeah.
Sorry. Correct. So add your potence to strength check
Yep.
to shove him.
Just straight strength.
You have -1 dice for this roll.
Okay. 4.
I mean, if there's ever a time to use it.
Yeah.
The
Then I'll throw
minus
Silas.
goes on whatever your next roll is.
See, perfect time to use it.
Mhm.
4 successes.
I'd say that's pretty decent to shove Silas.
I drop you and I kind of take a step back, dust myself off.
Enough. This infighting is not going to solve this problem. We need
He
to
hasn't answered. Did he know her? He refuses to tell. He was the only one whose name she knew. She knew him. She knew none of us.
Did you think that maybe not putting your hands on him and asking him politely may have been the way to go about it instead of just doing the Ventry thing and throwing hands right away?
She was a liar.
With
Evan,
that
You have an
not
opinion.
so
Take it out
wrong.
on a tree.
She was a liar.
She was very good at what
She
she
was
did.
a liar.
They all are.
Listen, all of you, be quiet. Evan is of nothing to worry about. Mr. Miller has had disagreements with me before, and he should know better than to touch me. I do not know her specifically, but she knew me because I believe I cannot confirm. It's not only my clan that is capable of this, but her features, her face, her entire self was just too familiar, too plain and nondescript. I believe she was using one of the powers of obfuscation to hide her true appearance. It is possible that she is of the clan Nosferatu as well. I cannot confirm, as I do not possess the powers to see through such illusion. But regardless, and he looks over at Lenny, you had no right to put those on the line that you have nothing to do with.
The
Were we not in
amount,
this
the
fucked
amount.
up? Were we not in this messed up place? You and I would have more than words.
She only wagered what we lost.
It's already gone.
And I already lost something else more important.
Ava,
I care not about your trinkets.
Ava,
Yes.
could you please give me wits and awareness?
Okay.
Seriously, just
Lenny, just let it go.
3 successes with 2 crits.
Wonderful. So 5 successes.
Yes.
And if you could, please give me a composure and resolve roll now,
Okay.
given your current emotional state. Let's see how well you take what you're about to notice.
Uh, 4 successes.
Wonderful. Ava, were these trees that close before? Was this clearing this small before?
No.
Or are there more trees? Or are they a bit taller? Feels tight in here.
Something's happening. Something's happening. And it's closing in. And it's gonna take us. And I'm ready.
What godforsaken game is this now?
And as Ava says that she's ready, you see a tree suddenly snake down, grasping Ava by the arms, legs, torso, and throat as it pulls her into the tree line.
So is it too fast for me to roll on top of her?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if I have enough time, I would like to react.
It's a whip action to go down and yank her back.
Okay.
Lenny's gonna just be like, there's words I wish I could say right now. This is so hard.
And now, Evan. Suddenly, the same feeling of something wrapping around your arms, legs, torso, and neck. And you all see as Evan is yanked into the tree line.
Why, you fools?
Nico, you are grasped as well, and Nico is yanked back into the trees.
Can I try to cocoon myself in my arms of Armand?
You can certainly try.
I'm just gonna just...
Silas, you are grasped as well. Yanked back into the trees.
And Styx just holds his arms out and looks up into the sky. It can't be so easy.
And you are grabbed as well, leaving Lenny. And Lenny, unfortunately, somehow it gets through your arms of Ahriman to grab you and yank you into the trees. So for all of you, you are grasped with what feel like vines, but tighter than vines, and they're getting tighter. If everyone could please make me a willpower roll.
May the Dark Mother us all on
And
this glorious
Silas,
day.
Silas and Styx, you still have a full reroll. Ava, Nico, and Evan, you all have an extra dice should you wish to use it.
Woohoo!
Storyteller,
Yes.
for those of us who have never made a willpower roll before, could you explain that? Not for me, but for other people.
Because for the audience.
For the audience,
audience.
clearly.
Just roll
For
as many
inclusive.
dice as you have willpower.
Okay, cool.
And you
That's a
do not
lot.
add your hunger to it.
Yeah, you don't add your hunger. This is just purely your willpower.
For the audience.
For the audience.
You know, audience.
For the audience that made the
Okay,
donation,
Evan, you got a 4.
thank you. Styx needed the reroll. I'm using it.
You can't... Oh, never.
No, this is his donation reroll. So
Oh,
this
okay.
Yeah, this is
I
not
was...
a willpower
my
to
brain just
reroll.
went... ST. I'm sorry.
4 successes
Instantly.
with the crit.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna use.
Okay.
I'm gonna use
No,
my
you
total reroll.
can't.
did someone say that they were using their reroll?
I'm using my reroll.
Okay.
Much better.
I'm keeping track of everyone's rolls.
6
All right, so-
successes.
You got 6, 4, 3, 2, and 4. So for Ava and Lenny, I will need you guys to roll willpower again in 1 moment. So Styx, Nico, Silas, and Evan, please make me a composure and resolve roll and add yourself 1 more dice due to your successful willpowers.
I'm sorry, you kind of broke up on my Zoom. What did you say?
Sorry. Roll composure and resolve and give yourself an extra dice since you passed your willpower check.
But add the hunger on this.
Yes.
Quattro.
3,
3.
4. Nico, what'd you get?
3.
3.
6.
6. Wonderful. And so we will get to you guys in a moment. Ladies,
Yeah.
please make me a willpower roll again.
Ooh.
4.
I'm going to use that extra die.
Okay.
I believe
That didn't help.
1. All right. And so Lenny, please make me composure and resolve with an extra dice.
Aw, thank you, whoever did that. Is this with or without hunger?
With. And this, you get the extra dice for passing your willpower check. Ava, for getting a 1, I need you to make me composure and resolve and subtract a dice.
Subtract a dice. Okay.
No!
Oh no.
You can't spell bestial fail without best!
Oh, goodness.
Are you kidding me?
Oh no.
Twofer?
Twofer.
One again.
I'm gonna go grab another set of dice.
They're cursed!
We will cover what's about to happen when Katie gets back.
I'm back. I just had to run to the dice shelf.
I was going to say, if there's
So-
one thing Katie has, it's plenty of dice.
Oh, yes,
true.
of course.
Shiny rocks go clack. We're all dragons. We hoard
Clickety
dice.
clack.
So, for the two ladies, as you find yourself in this predicament, wrapped in vines, upset at what has just occurred, and you struggle and you fight, Ava, please take 1 point of superficial damage as the vines tighten even tighter around you. And Lenny, please take 3 points of superficial damage due to your thrashing against the vines.
It's a normal day in Bahari Land.
You sure this isn't Call of Cthulhu?
I may have played it once or twice.
Okay,
Always a
you
descent.
are somewhat forgiven, dice.
Okay. And so with that, let's try another willpower roll.
This is for everyone.
No, just for the two of you.
Gosh,
Ah,
Wait,
shit.
this is unspent willpower?
2.
Yeah, I rolled a
shouldn't-
crit. The rest weren't good.
But that's 2 with a crit or 2
Yeah,
crits?
that's 2. 1 crit.
Okay. 1.
I forgot that it's unspent willpower and I had already spent one.
All right. So composure and resolve from the both of you.
It's...
The guys are just in the trees like, where'd they go?
Oh,
I fought.
Was that another bestial?
Okay, I'm gonna move this camera so you can see what I am looking at right now. And it is another
Oh,
bestial.
no.
Oh.
Oh no.
What did I do wrong, Dice? I loved you.
Katie, what'd you get?
all right. I don't remember how critical fails work in Vampire, but 4 successes, 2 critical fails.
The critical fail only matters if it's on your hunger die.
Okay, then 4 successes.
Okay. And so we will get to what happens to you in a minute.
Okay.
This is how I die.
Lenny.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, honey.
Lenny.
There's no dying in Vampire.
Donate $500 to save Lenny.
Please save Lenny.
Lenny's got a bit of the peril.
If somebody makes a $100 donation right now, I will heal all of the damage Lenny's about to take.
Oh,
With
no.
the arms of Armand, fly away.
And so, Lenny, you are going to take 3 more points of superficial damage.
Okay, that turns one of those to aggravated damage.
Oh dear.
One more.
Lenny, you just
than I
received an extra dice in donations.
Why are you giving her extra dice? Just heal her. We've already proven her dice don't like her.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Did y'all see somebody just donated $200?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Ask and you shall receive.
Hell yeah.
Can we get
Jake.
confirmation? Did that just happen?
I'm looking at Tiltify.
Mm.
What did they just do?
I'm waiting for confirmation.
Jake, ask and you shall
Shall
receive
receive.
$200
Wow.
from Jake. I don't know who Jake is,
you,
but Jake,
Jake. Thank you so
freaking
much.
rock.
Okay, I'm waiting for the confirmation that it has registered. Because if so, Lenny is about to receive a premonition.
Oh, that's almost worse.
No.
Or did they donate 200 to increase her hunger twice?
Don't give them any ideas.
That's
All the
one way to
hunger
make it
dice
work.
come to me. Save Lenny.
No, I'm okay with this. If this is how Lenny dies, trapped in vines in the middle of a hell forest, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, apparently that was from an earlier game.
Oh, guys, I was looking to Tiltify.
Oh yeah, that's the top donor. That's why.
Oh,
Well-
okay. I'm bad at the internet.
All right, Lenny.
Honey.
For just $100, you too can save.
Lenny today. All right, Lenny. Please make me a willpower roll. And
I
you-
have 2 extra dice now.
yes, and one for Katie.
Yay! Thank you, whoever that was.
And so I'll let you stack these, Lenny. You can add 2 extra dice.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Your
5,
willpower roll.
6.
I thought you all were trolling me with the 200. I was like,
No, I
they're
genuinely
really
forgot about
they're
how it
really
was
going
top
hard at
donor.
Safer.
Top donor, yeah.
Yeah. I genuinely forgot about that, which I should know better because I've done these.
All right. You got a 2?
Yep.
That's enough this time. As the
Thank.
difficulty just decreased with each round.
Yay!
And so for all of you, the vines around you suddenly let go. And you begin to float upwards. And you go up and up into the dark gray sky, floating among the stars. And as you float through, the stars begin to change colors in beautiful reds, blues, yellows, all shimmering. And soon a floor rises beneath you, and a small chapel rises around you. The stars becoming stained glass images of a couple through varying times of history. At the pulpit stands a woman, Henrietta, in a long black dress, tattered and dirty, her hair in messy braids. And next to her is the woman from the circus, the ringmaster's coat gone, but the same black dress. And she stands by Henrietta, her hand on her shoulder, and in front of both of them a mahogany casket on the floor, the lid off and to the side. Inside there is a soft satin interior, and you notice 6 indents from where a body should be laying. And where the pews of the church should be, there are 6 chests in the same mahogany fashion. Neither of them greet you. Neither of them pay attention to you.
There are
Is that-
6 steps to an autopsy.
Does Evan see Lenny?
Yes, you all
Does she-
see each other.
Does she look hurt?
She does look hurt.
He's gonna immediately rush over. Are you okay? What happened to you?
I have been falling for 30 minutes. In vines, rubber trees. I hate.
No, are you okay? And he's going to try to lock eyes with her to get him to look him in the eyes.
I know the answer you want to hear is yes, I'm okay, but I'm not okay right now.
I don't
Okay.
ever want you to lie to me just because you think I want to hear that you're okay. If you're not okay, I need to know you're not okay.
I am a 5'5" ball of shadowy rage right now.
Well, let's figure out what's going on. Let's get the hell out of here.
I see 2 targets for rage.
You see
Let's-
a target that lost everything just like we did.
I see 1 target.
Let's remember what I said to Silas about sticks. Rage is not always the answer.
Ava's gonna walk over and just grab Nico's belt and just kind of curl up behind him.
Nico just sort of like reaches back and like puts a hand on Ava's back around him.
Evan's gonna turn. He's gonna drop his eyes from Lenny. He's gonna turn and walk to where the two are, where Henrietta and the other lady are.
Okay, you're walking up to them?
Mhm.
Okay. They don't acknowledge you.
What game are we playing now?
It's not a game.
Neither notice you at all.
I said, answer me now.
Wait. And she's going to kind of pull Nico as she moves. Like she's not letting go of him, but she's moving to the casket. And she's going to reach down and she takes the hand of the corpse. And I would like
There
to
is
use
no
spirit
corpse.
ties to learn something about the target from the residues of its tissues.
There is
There's
no
no
corpse.
corpse.
There
It's
is no
empty.
corpse. Oh, it's just the okay.
It's the satin
Just
is
the
indented.
indentations.
The satin is indented where it
Okay.
appears a body has been.
In that case, she will walk to one of the chests and open the chest.
All right. And as you open the chest, you are met with the head of Emerson Crabtree.
She's going to let go of the belt and pick up the head and walk over to the coffin and lay the head in it. And then she's going to kneel next to Mrs. Crabtree. I forgot her name.
Henrietta.
Henrietta. Thank you. She'll kneel next to Henrietta.
Nico will sort of step to the side after Ava sort of drags him around a little bit. Opens the next chest.
In the next chest, you find the body, torso of Emerson.
Lifts it out and looks at Henrietta and then walks and places it in the casket. Sort of bends down next to Ava.
And she reaches over and clutches his belt again.
Puts a hand on her shoulder. Squeezes it a little too tight.
No.
Evan's gonna nod to the other three at a chest, trying to get them to go get parts from the chest.
Can I play the Ask a Silly Question game? Because I remembered this is on my character sheet and I'm dumb.
Go ahead.
You said this is a chapel?
Yes.
This wouldn't be a holy chapel, would it?
No.
Huh?
It does not affect you.
Good. Because I'm like, wait a second. Oh no.
I was like, is there a
To add
cross?
insult
Shit.
to add injury to injury.
There are no crosses or Christian iconography in here.
Okay. She's just like, okay. Hey, Dark Mother. It's me, Lenny. I know I said I'd quit smoking if I got out of this. We'll talk about that later. Please just don't let this chest, be snakes. It could be snakes. I'm not a fan of snakes. I'm just gonna open one.
It is the right arm.
Not snakes. Just gonna put it in the thing. Hey there, buddy. I'm gonna offer you a hand.
Okay. And you lay the arm in. Styx, Silas, Evan.
Yeah, Styx will be next. So he slinks over to one of the other chests, just muttering to himself, this can't be real. None of this is real. He should be Ash. This is not real. We're in some cruel game. And opens the chest.
It is the left leg.
Yep. All right. Okay. He lifts it out, walks over, holds it up to Henrietta and the ringmaster smile on his face and then puts it in a casket and stands there, not sure what to do next.
Hey, he sticks.
What?
Does that make it the bee's knee? Death makes
I love
me
you,
feel-
Michelle.
Yeah.
He smiles like he's trying to contain laughter and just nods.
Silas or Evan?
Evan's gonna nod for Silas to go next.
Nod for Evan to go next and lock eyes with him. And
Great
Then-
fucking time, Silas. Oh, sorry.
look down
Every single
and
time.
walk over to the chest and open it, and without looking, pull a whatever is in there out. Carry it over to the coffin, set it inside. Take a knee next to Styx,
That was his left arm.
allegedly.
Evan will go to the last chest and open it.
Right leg.
He will walk over, put it in the coffin where it's supposed to be, and he will take his place. He'll move next to Lenny and do what she's doing.
And so as you set the final piece in, Henrietta falls to her knees, bloody tears streaming down her face as the woman in black approaches you, smiling softly. Hello, my name is Sasha of Clan Ravnos. Kindred are selfish by their very natures, but you all, I found something in you. Something Henrietta needed, and something you all needed. Mistakes and loss that one punishes themselves for forever. You see, without our humanity, we are nothing. We are just the beast and nothing more. And then this life has no purpose, no meaning, no hope. I myself am rather fond of hope. So, if you will forgive my ruse. And she snaps her fingers again, and the chapel disappears. And you see yourself standing in a large penthouse. Henrietta sat in the middle of the floor, her arms laid over a casket which now only contains a haphazardly strewn pile of ash. Her crying softened as she appears to be sleeping now. And Sasha walks closer to you all and places a gold coin in each of your hands. A boon for you, for bringing my friend peace. Thank you. And it begins to dawn over all of you what you have gone through this evening. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and finally acceptance.
Oh my God!
And that is where we will end this tale for tonight. A dive through the process of grieving and the importance of working together to help each other through the rough times.
Can I add a note? Because Lenny is going to redeem that boom right now. She's like, great, Boone. I'm going to punch you in the face once.
Take a shot.
Arms of arm on lethal body.
You won't hit her. She's not really there.
Styx would chide over at Evan. I told you it was one of yours.
Ellie,
Doesn't
you're
mean it
gonna
was
make
my
me
fault.
cry with how beautiful that was.
The best part, like that
Oh
was,
my God.
I had never rolled a bestial fail until today. And I rolled 2 in a row.
I figured, given the world as it is now, we all needed a reminder of getting each other through the bad times.
Thank you.
Well, this has been wonderful.
Yes. Very good
That was
job.
beautiful.
My
And
voice
so,
is
our
beautiful.
wonderful, wonderful players, let's go around. I'll call you each out if you want to tell us what you've got going on, where we can find you online. We'll start with Evan.
Hi, I'm Darth Entreri. You can find me here on Slade's Paradise every Friday, except for tomorrow because we have this amazing fundraiser going on. So continue to show up and support. I run London's Not Dead, an art campaign with some of the amazing people that are a part of Slate's Paradise and, are you sure want to do this? And bi-weekly, you can catch me over on So Many Games, where I play Devin Corrett, the human rogue who killed someone last game and has some stuff to answer for. But that's where you can find me. Ellie, you said when we talked earlier, you said you were nervous about the game. I told you were going to do fantastic. You did fantastic. I absolutely adored this.
Thank you. Silas.
Oh man. My name is Andrew Strother. This was my first ever game of Vampire and Ellie. It was holy, what words can we say, PG-13? I don't know.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you
Nikes.
to Jasper for
Nikes.
making this happen and for being an awesome group to be a part of and support. And thank you to the people watching for donating. You can catch me. I'm the host of the Roll for Persuasion podcast, where I chat with creatives and creators in the TTRPG space. You can go to rollpersuasion.com or twitch.tv/rollforpersuasion to check out the shows. I have my own live stream that will be launching in March, so we're going to be announcing that very soon. If you follow at Twitter at Roll Persuasion, see some updates there. I'm also the head of marketing over at Dwarven Forge, so if you're looking for cool terrain for your D&D game, check out Dwarven Forge. And then finally, I actually edit the Stream of Blood Vampires of Pittsburgh podcast, so if you want more vampire action, search Stream of Blood on your podcast app and check out Thomas Middleditch, Ashley Birch, Ross Bryant playing some vampire action. It's what got me into this game and made me want to play. I think it's a pretty good show, so please check it out.
Fantastic show. Nico.
Yeah, you can find me as Carl Nelson on Twitter, FerrixDM on Twitch. I write a few small adventures and supplements, and I'm so happy to have gotten to play Vampire again after more than a decade of not playing it, and with Ellie, who is absolutely fantastic, and all these players who really just sort of made this a lovely, lovely experience. So thank you all, and thank you, Jasper, for this amazing fundraiser again.
Lenny.
Hi, I'm Michelle Sealight. The C stands for Crystal, and yes, that is my real name. You can. I have a website, michellesealight.com, where I post stuff. It also has a link to all my socials. You can find me on Twitter at Michelle Sealight. You can find me on Twitch at Michelle Sealight. I've been streaming a ton of Minecraft on a public Minecraft server that you can just join by joining the Discord. I am a storyteller, writer, role player. I just got asked to do some contributions words for the Battle Lords tabletop role-playing game. So I'm going to be, my first writing credit of 2021 is already there. And I'm really excited about that. And I'm also on a bunch of different Twitch streams. There are so many lists, and I feel so guilty taking up so much time, so I'm going to get it there.
All right. Sticks.
Hi guys. So my name is Brandon, most recently known as BB 201092, but I have undergone a rebranding, so you can now find me on Twitch and YouTube at DMB Gaming. You can also find me on social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter at the DMB with 2 underscores after it. Currently, I run a Pathfinder first edition game Thursday nights at 7:30 CST. We've been on a little bit of a hiatus because of the holidays, but we are starting back up next week. So if you enjoy high-level math rock rolling, then please come join me over there at twitch.tv/DMB Gaming. And also be on the lookout for some family shenanigans coming up either next month or March. I'm going to be storytelling my very own Fall of London playthrough.
Ooh.
Fantastic. And the now de-wigged Ava.
Hi, everybody. Katie Downey, aka Goblin Katie. You can catch me every other Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/mini terrain domain playing Harper's Tale, Hope and Redemption. You can also catch me every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/rockpunchatl or twitch.tv/D&D as I play on the D4 stream. And then you can check out the podcast Stellar Arcanum, which is available on all major podcasting services, where I play Zale Orame, the Tritoned Tempest Cleric /Bard/Rogue. It's a lot of fun.
And I have
And
been.
I'm sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
And I'm on all the socials at Goblin Katie, and I occasionally stream some World of Warcraft on my Twitch channel.
I want to watch you play WoW.
I play WoW Classic. I'm old school.
That's okay.
I've been playing old school RuneScape, and I've got 12,000 loaves of bread. Got that level 89 cooking.
That's a lot of bread.
Got that
That's a
level
lot of bread.
89 cooking going on.
And I have been your storyteller, Ellie Collins. I am so honored to have been asked to be a part of this. Thank you to Jasper's Game Day for letting me tell this different way of doing vampire. You can find me on socials at Ellie_A_Collins. At twitch.tv/Carry and Comfort Studios, where I play Madeline, the Nosferatu. She is a horrible, mean ex-cheerleader. And you can catch me every Tuesday starting next week when we return for ATL by Night Season 4. We have a lot of high-powered people loose in the city right now, and we're going to have to see if our coterie survives it.
It's so good.
And then
So
on
amazing.
Thank you. And then on the 16th, you can catch me on Gehenna Gaming, where I will be hosting a Viking V5 one-shot called The Gods Can't Save You. And I think that is all my current stuff.
Shameless
Is it though?
self-plug
Is
for Ellie's Patreon. And if you want to play
Yes.
play by post role-playing with all of us and her and the cast of ATL by Night, check us
Yes,
out.
we have our Patreon for ATL by Night, patreon.com/ATL by Night. At the $3 tier, we have a play by post RP server, as Brandon was mentioning. Only
$3.
$3, and you can play in the city of Atlanta that we have built alongside with the cast of ATL by Night. And if you enjoy ATL by Night, they've been doing some secret little scenes in there to fill in the time between the seasons that has already resulted in one major lore drop. So we'll see how that happens when we come back. But thank you guys.
Big
again.
shout out to Real World Georgia. Just for
Yeah,
no
seriously.
particular
Yeah,
reason.
Yes.
Way to go.
Georgia.
Also,
Way to go, Georgia.
Can I
Heck yeah.
bring
For
up
whatever
the
reason.
statistical improbability that occurred tonight?
Yes.
None of us told each other what we were playing. What were the odds that the six of us would make different clans, especially with the new book, like the new material coming out?
Mhm.
Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
I was very excited to see that. I was nervous when Darth picked Ravnos because I was worried he was
This
going to see
close.
through Sasha quite quickly, and yet he didn't. But yes, everything that you guys failed, everything that didn't happen for some reason was because it was all an illusion.
Well,
We're
and
so
I
good.
as a player had a feeling she was Ravnos, but I wasn't using my out of player knowledge.
I literally was about to say, we're all just going through the 5 stages right now, but I was like, no, it can't be that.
I legit, Ellie, this was so beautifully done and so needed. And I cannot thank you enough for giving us this opportunity to play through this beautiful game. Thank you.
Yes.
This has
And-
been an
and-
honor.
Can we give Ellie a round of applause because she rewrote this today.
Today. Yes.
Today, people.
This morning at 8 a.m.
Seriously.
Besides, Ellie's like always a great storyteller, so it's like,
Yeah.
I can't
Yes.
cry.
Story.
We
no,
all
no, Ellie, this is the part where I get to emotionally.
That's right.
Can I say this? There's a word. No, it's a discipline.
Emotionally mess with me.
There
I was
you
gonna
go.
say emotionally dominate you and be like, you take this praise. You take this praise. and
Enjoy
you
it.
appreciate it.
Can I say one more thing real quick?
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you are struggling and you can reach out to somebody, whether it is an organization like the Suicide Hotline or just a friend, reach out if you can. If you know someone who's struggling or you think they might be struggling, reach out to them and just tell them how wonderful you think they are, because sometimes that's all a person needs to hear to make the difference. Thank you.
Even in my own
Yeah.
experience, the only thing that really made a difference was let's go get Taco Bell.
That's right.
Yep. Taco Bell makes everything better.
It
Spend
does.
time with
Oh,
people
this
you
is
Until
gonna
it
be
care.
makes
really
it worse.
This is gonna be really
You-
sad when I tell you I can't eat at Taco Bell.
Oh,
It's
you
okay. I love
matter,
you
and you are not a
everything.
critical failure.
I'm allergic to everything.
And-
I'm so sorry.
So thank you guys again so much, especially in now as much as ever. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and take care of the world around us because we all need it. Thank you.
We all love you.
good night, everybody.
Love you.
Good night.
Night.